Welcome back.
That was a beautiful clap, by the way. Look how sharp that is.
Holy fuck.
We're going to leave this bit in.
Yeah, we may leave this bit in. Anyways, so, welcome back. Episode 2 of the ComhraCast. I am your host, Carl Camillish, my co-host here.
I'm Aaron.
He's Aaron. So, Aaron, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we've got a great episode for you. This is all about Christmas. Not really. It's mostly about Christmas.
It's mostly about Christmas. In this episode, we're going to talk about some of our favourite Christmas movies and some of our favourite Christmas songs and some of our just favourite Christmas things overall. But first,
And hot
Aaron,
takes.
do you have a little rant you want to go on
Yes,
about
I do.
something?
Right.
Okay.
You probably don't know about this. So,
I have no idea what you're talking
you
about.
know the show The Great British Bake Off?
Yes, I do know that. Very funny show.
Yes, it is a great show. James Corden did
Yeah.
the celebrity one.
The big nasty is on it.
Yeah.
The other dude who was married to Katy Perry,
Which
long
one?
hair,
Oh, Russell Brand?
Russell Brand, he was on it. He was very funny.
Yeah, he is a funny
Mhm.
person.
Yeah,
That could be an episode for another day about how he did low drugs.
how he did a lot of drugs and how he's very, he's like great at hitting on women.
Yeah.
He's like amazing at that. Anyways,
But
go
you
on.
can hate him now. Okay. So I'm talking about another thing that I hate, which is English people in America. Right, don't really links to this. So James Corden and Tan France, you started watching Queer Eye. Did you ever finish Queer Eye? Anyway, I'm not
What?
Queer Eye.
No, watched like 2 episodes of it all. We haven't got back to it since. Not because we didn't like it. Actually, no. I don't like one of the guys.
Jonathan?
The guy who looks like Jesus, I hate him.
I love Jonathan.
I like every single one of them, but I feel like that guy is really, really condescending towards towards all the other guests. He's like, whenever the first episode, they got the gay priest guy on, or the pastor, I think it was what he was, and he was like, "Oh, you're so cute! Oh, look at you! You did a cute priest! Oh, he's like, he's a fucking man. Leave him alone. Stop calling him a little cute person. Say, wow, you look smashing. You look like a very handsome man. No, oh, look at this cute little puppy treating him like he's a kid. I didn't like that at all. I was like, get the fuck out of that man's face.
I like.
Anyways.
Jonathan Van Ness, if you're listening, I love you. Anyway, right. So this is mainly directed to half the cast of Queer Eye and to James Corden. So, as I mentioned previously, the name of the show is The Great British Bake Off.
Wait, is James Corden British? James Corden's obviously British as well.
Yes, he is British.
Okay.
So, they all call it the Great Bit. No,
Great?
not even great. They call it the British Baking Show,
Mm-hmm.
which I hate. Right?
Because
So,
the name of it is the Great British Bake
it's
Off.
Great British
but they
Bake Off.
just call it British Baking Show.
yes.
Ew.
And I hate this. So, if you're a standard American, I'll let you pass because you may not know a whole lot about the show, which is why I'm giving Anthony from Queer Eye a pass on this too, because he's Canadian Polish. That's fine. I'm giving him a pass. The food one. The ripped
I
one.
like that guy. He has nice hair. They
Yeah.
all have nice hair.
They do. Tan's hair especially.
Tan is the good one who's very grey.
Yeah.
Great hair.
So I'm giving him a pass, but this is dedicated to Tan France and James Corden, who call it the British Baking Show, but they're British. They know
Yeah.
the name of the actual show. So this is a hate I've had for a while, and James Corden mentioned it the other day. He called it the British Baking Show. But here's my thing about it, right? If you forget the name, it's a nice descriptor. It's like, it's a British baking show.
Yeah.
But they all, for some reason, call it the exact same thing. They all call it the British Baking Show.
But is that not what it's called? Could that be what it's called in America?
I doubt it, because it's not like they have another thing called the Great British Bake Off.
But it's like the thing with how, like the Avengers movie. In Ireland and England, it wasn't called The Avengers, it was called Avengers Assemble, because we had a TV show many years ago called The Avengers,
The
which is
Avengers.
just like a James Bond kind of thing.
As well as the Harry Potter thing, it's the Philosopher's Stone for us, and the name of the actual book, but
The Sorcerer's Stone.
the Sorcerer's Stone.
Mm-hmm.
But this is different because these people are British,
Yeah,
so
it's
they
just
know what
British
it's called.
baking show. They're like a child trying to describe it like.
So, like, if they used different describers, so say if Tan France forgot the name, he was like, oh, you know that show in the UK where they do all the baking in a tent, right? Then that's fine. And then if James Corden forgot the name and he called it British Baking Show, that's fine too, because you both forget sometimes.
Mhm.
But you're both calling it the same thing for some reason,
Yeah.
and I hate it so much. I brought this up to Haley last night, and she was like, "Why do you never mention this to me?" I just remembered it the other day. I reignited my hate for British people in America calling it the British Baking Show.
Oh, Aaron just activated Siri on his computer. Mentioning James Corden, really quick, just another quick tangent. I've been watching, there's been a lot of TikToks lately saying like things about like what shows and movies and musicals that James Corden would be in if they were made in 2020, and it's basically everything.
What do you mean?
Like, you know the way James Corden is an extremely popular guy now.
Yeah.
He's in so many things. Like this all started whenever I was on a call with the cast of the play I was stage manager for. One of the guys said that he was watching Ocean's 8, watching it, normal ass movie, and then just James Corden showed up.
Yeah.
And he was like, why the fuck is James Corden in this movie?
Yeah.
And he went, fuck. And he went, fuck in hell. Get out off my screen, James Corden. I see you enough. And then I saw so many things about it. Have you seen Hairspray?
No.
In Hairspray, John Travolta. In Hairspray, it's famous that the mother of the main character is always played by a man.
Right.
He was like always like dressed up, kind of like how Mrs. Brown's Boys works.
Yeah.
So in the movie, they got John Travolta to do it, and it was amazing. While John Travolta isn't the greatest actor at times, he fully commits to everything he does. So there's like a number in that movie where Christopher Walken, who is married to John Travolta, do a song and dance number together, and it's fucking hilarious. But people were saying that if that movie was made in 2020, James Corden would be the mum. Because it's meant to be a fat, funny character, and it would have been James Corden. And there was lists of so many other movies that James Corden would be a part of if they were made in 2020. Every role, Nick Frost, you know Nick Frost?
No.
Nick Frost, you know Simon Pegg and the other guy who's in all the movies with Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
The fat guy.
Yeah.
All those roles would be played by James Corden in 2020. Every single one of them.
Are you saying this is a good thing or a bad thing?
A bad thing.
Yeah, okay. He's like in unofficial
He'd be in
top.
Mamma Mia.
Yeah,
James
probably.
James Corden, I'm surprised he wasn't actually in
The second
one. Because Mamma Mia, the first one was made in 2020. Every single, if they try and make a musical out of any movie from this point forward, James Corden's going to be in it. They're trying to make a movie for any musical, I think. Is that what I said the first time? Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. But yeah, I saw this thing the other day, an unofficial list of the UK's top 10 hated people, and James Corden always seems to be there.
Like, he seems like a really nice dude.
Yeah.
And like but I just don't like him.
I did like him back when he did A League of Their Own, which I got you into for a while. That was great.
I was into him when he did that, but then I think once he got to doing the Late Late Show, I was like, no.
Yeah. I sometimes actually watch that. He's got this other guy on with him.
Yeah.
It's kind of, they do a bit of fun.
I've only watched the episodes that Harry Styles did.
Oh, yeah.
Because whenever Harry Styles took over for him for a little bit.
Or Niall Horan was there for a while too. You should go back and have a look at that.
Did he not Horan?
Niall Horan did a week with him, yeah.
Fuck, that'd be cool. I didn't know that existed. But the Harry Styles episodes were good.
Oh, I've got a video of James Corden that I'll show you afterwards. For anyone, just for current context, he does, you know, the song 500 Miles by the Proclaimers?
Oh, of course he does, yeah.
Yeah, him and Niall Horan do that together. It's really funny.
It's fun. Since Niall Horan's a part of it, I'm happy with it. But yeah, so many movies that if they were made today, James Corden would be a part of them.
Yeah. He's not that great of an actor.
He's not that great of an actor, but he's just a big name draw. And I hate it.
He's got a good voice though.
He's got a good voice, yeah.
He's got
not as great as most other theatre actors. He's got a good voice.
Yeah. But some of the people he has on Carpool Karaoke, he's singing better than they are.
Yeah. But that's because a lot of the people he gets on some of the people he gets on Carpool Karaoke are like...
They're all auto-tuned though.
They're all auto-tuned, but like they're more songwriters and singers most of the time, yada yada yada. But they're better at writing songs than they are singing their own songs, basically.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Kinda.
Anyways, so that was a nice tangent about giving out about James Corden, mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just titled this episode "Fuck James Corden."
Yeah. Fuck James Corden.
Fuck James Corden. No, let's not say fuck that James Corden.
Yeah.
Because this podcast blows up and he wants us to do something with him.
Which we will.
James Corden. Hopefully he doesn't hear this. This is like episode 2 of the podcast. No one's ever going to hear this. Okay. So, Aaron. So, Mr. Murray.
Yes.
What is your favourite Christmas movie?
Well, I'm glad you asked me. Because I was trying to think about this last night whenever I wrote it down as a topic for this week.
Okay.
And I couldn't actually find one, so I've just narrowed it down to 2 because I like a lot of Christmas movies.
Okay.
One thing I will mention, and I don't know if you watched this on Mr. Sunday yet, is the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies. They're great films.
Yeah.
Great films and videos.
I feel like everyone, Mr. Sunday Movies, Caravan of Garbage is the name of the series, and he talks about the movie Santa Claus and Santa Claus 2.
And he's doing the escape clause next week.
Yeah, and they're not even talking about like the main plot of the movie. They're just talking about how weird the whole system of Santa is set up in that movie, about how someone dies, you take over the role.
Yeah.
Watch those videos, they're hilarious, and they point out some absolutely insane things that go on in that world, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
They're very funny episodes.
No, they're great.
Yeah. The Transformers episodes are very funny as well. Anyways.
I never watched them, I don't like Transformers films. But anyway.
Yeah, but neither do they, so it's hilarious because they just give out about them for 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Except for the first one. They quite like the first one, but everyone likes the first one because it's actually it's a good movie. They haven't talked about Bumblebee yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen Bumblebee.
Me neither.
Yeah, want to see that movie, it looks good.
I don't know. I'm not really into Transformers.
It's meant to be good. Bumblebee is.
One of them is kind of Christmassy, I think.
None of them are.
Right,
None
scrap
of
that.
Transformers movies
Are you
Christmassy.
sure? One of them has something to do with something.
No, they're all just set in like the summer average.
Oh, okay. But anyway, what was my point here? Oh yeah, so those Tim Allen Santa Claus films will be 3rd, 4th and 5th. Well, maybe not 5th. The escape clause is bad. Anyway, but for my first two are a joint between National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and...
I've actually never seen that.
It's a great film. It's on a few things if you want to go watch it.
Yeah, Netflix?
I'm not sure.
Is Disney on it now?
No. It's a lot of bad words. It's like Chevy Chase.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like how Disney Plus has nothing with bad words in it.
No.
Disney Plus has nothing like that.
The Avengers films have some bad words.
Yeah, but it's still PG-13.
Yeah.
PG-13, you get away with one fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, you're allowed to say shit as many times as you like in a PG-13 movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
we should make
shit
it
as many times as you like. You can say bullshit, you can say shit, you can say any word with shit in it, and you can get away with it because it's not counted.
But surely there's a limit.
No, there's
more than like 5.
Because there's a thing, bringing back to Mr. Sunday movies again, he mentions it in his Transformers movie, because in Transformers, the first one with Mark Wahlberg, they did a count on how many times Mark Wahlberg says shit, and it's insane. And they're like, how did he get away with this? And they looked it up and they realised, in a PG-13 movie, this is the movie that Michael Bay realised that he can say shit as many times as he likes in a PG-13 movie, and he did it as many times as he could.
Oh. But
anyways, sorry.
So yeah, that's a great film. It's like a classic Christmas film.
Yeah.
Because it came out in, I don't know, I'm not going to even try guessing.
80s,
80s probably.
Yeah.
It's a great film. It's funny. It's Chevy Chase at the height of being Chevy Chase, which is always good.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it always ends well for them. Like out of all the films, I don't know if you've ever seen any of the National Lampoon's films.
I've seen the reboot Vacation movie.
Oh,
with Ed Helms.
I haven't seen that one. Apparently, he's one of the kids. Don't quote me on that.
No. In the new movie, in the newest Vacation movie, the whole point is that it's one of the kids from the original Vacation movies, and he's grown up, and now he's trying to go on a vacation with his family.
Oh, okay.
And his sister, the other kid in the movie, shows up in the movie married to Chris Hemsworth.
Huh, that's cool.
And Chris Hemsworth is like always flexing his giant dong in that movie. That's just a part of that movie.
I would if I was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, that's just the part of that movie that's really funny. But anyways, go on.
Yeah, so like all those films are great, is what I'm trying to say. And I just rated it a 10 out of 10 film. If you've never seen it, it's good.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm really meant to say about this, apart from the fact that I like the films.
What happens in the movie? It's okay to spoil it. I haven't seen it, so you need to tell me.
So it's the
his favourite Christmas movie.
The Griswolds.
Remember.
The Griswolds. They have a family reunion for Christmas where they invite. I can't remember their names, so I'm not going to even try. Chevy Chase's parents show up, and his wife's parents show up, and it's meant to be a whole fun like.
But twist, it's not.
But twist, yeah, it's not. But it always ends out well for them.
Yeah.
And so his wife in it, I'm going to call it Claire. It's not Claire, but
we're going to call her Claire.
I feel like it could be a Claire.
Okay.
Her sister is married to like they're all probably going to be inbred at some point, so they're a really like kind of twisted backwards country.
What? Can we take a step back here? What are you talking about?
So Chevy Chase's wife in it, who we're calling Claire.
Who we're calling Claire.
Her sister marries this farmer guy, this like backwards country farmer guy.
Okay.
And they've got 2 children, but you know that they're all going to be inbred.
I thought you were saying that some weird incest thing happens in the movie.
No, but it probably does behind the scenes.
You have to bring that up, man.
It's implied in my head.
Okay.
And they show up out of the blue, and that's kind of Clark, I think his name is. Again, don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Sparky is his nickname, so I'm just going to call him Sparky.
Okay.
Sparky's not very happy about this. He's like, oh, the inbreds are here. And they live in like a trailer.
Okay.
So like,
so
setting that scene for you.
Definitely fucking each other.
Yeah. And you know, it works out well. They spend Christmas together. They have a good time. Chevy Chase falls through a roof.
Ouch.
Onto his son's bed.
What kind of a reaction he fall through a roof? Ouch. Fucking hell.
It's
Sounds like a good movie.
It's
really selling it, Aaron.
It is a great movie. I don't really say much apart from it's like a National Lampoon's movie, and it's got Chevy Chase.
I'm going to assume there's a lot of slapstick in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure actually I've seen a clip of this movie. So I'm pretty sure there's a meme going around about this movie a while ago.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you speaking of like National Lampoons, have you watched that film? It's based on the life of the creator of the National Lampoons. And have you watched Community after me and Tarda told you to?
No, Alice is watching it at the moment.
Oh, okay. So Joel McHale, who's in that show with Chevy Chase, he plays Chevy Chase in the movie.
Oh.
Which is cool.
Oh. Of Spider-Man 2 fame?
Yes, of Spider-Man 2 fame.
Of Spider-Man 2 fame?
He should come back for...
Actually, that's something we need to talk about. We can't talk about
tune
it
in next week.
On air. Yeah, we'll tune in next week with that, but there's been some insane news about the Spider-Man 3 movie, even lately. Have I texted you about anything new?
You've told me about a lot of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of news going on, but it's not for today. So, my favourite Christmas movie.
Yes.
I am going to say that my favourite Christmas movie is Home Alone 2. I think Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1. Just because I just think it is better. I think it's a much more outlandish present. What's the word? It's a much more outlandish
in general. Story
in that like he accidentally somehow gets on the wrong plane and is able to survive in New York as a kid by himself for that long.
Meets Donald Trump.
Yeah. I just think the movie's better. I think it's much funnier. Tim Curry's in it. He's hilarious. He just plays an absolute prick of a hotel dude.
Yeah.
One of the cutest movie moments ever is when he gives the old woman with the pigeons.
The turtle dove.
I love that. That's one of my ideas to get a tattoo with people, actually, is that I get a tattoo of a turtle dove, and I get any of my close friends to also get a tattoo of a turtle dove.
Are you going to have like 6 or 7 turtle doves?
Yeah. Me and a bunch of my friends.
Are you going to have... Oh, thanks.
I'm going to give it to them in their sleep. They're not going to know they got it until after I tell them. But yeah, I feel like that's a cool tattoo idea. Anyways, but yes. Yeah, I really like that movie. I like the part where he goes to the toy store and then the dude who runs the toy store is actually like serving him the thing and looks up and there he is on the wall.
Yeah.
Great. That toy store was magical as a kid. I look at it now and I'm like, what is all this crap in this toy store? I don't know. I would not buy any of that crap.
It's like Hamleys. Have you ever been to Hamleys back when I was here?
Yeah, I went to Hamleys. I used to hang out in just like the stuffed animal section and throw them around.
Okay.
That was fun. But yeah, I think that's a great movie. I just really like it.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie. I don't know if I'd go on air and say it's better than the first one.
I know it's an unpopular opinion that it's better than the first one, but I think it's better than the first one.
It's a bit of fun, like.
Mm-hmm. I love the scene where he just throws bricks at that guy's head for a long time. Marv. Yeah. Is it Marv? Yeah.
You know what? I was actually going to bring this up because
you see Marv's skeleton. He's killed those guys.
Yeah.
He killed them in real life. That I remember watching a video. If Home Alone 1 was real, he killed those guys 7 times over.
But I've started watching this thing on Netflix, which is going to link to what you just said. The movies that made us. Mm-hmm. Anyone should go check out. There's a Christmas section now too. I was going to bring this up anyway because they mentioned Home Alone. Like those stunt doubles did everything that happened.
Oh, getting hit in the head with cans.
One of the guys who does, I think he does both Marv and
I forget the other guy's name.
Joe.
It could be Joe.
I think Joe Pesci plays him, so I'm just going to go with Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
But like, I actually don't know if it's logistical for him to play 2 people at once. But like, he's just insane. He's like,
one's a lot taller than the other.
Yeah, but he's like, I love this. Like, I love being hit and falling again and again.
There's people who like that though, and I would kind of be into that sometimes. I'd like to be a stuntman sometimes. Sometimes I look at someone down and I'd love to jump through that chair. I jumped into that table.
But he gets hit in the head with an iron.
Yeah, that's sore. I actually saw a thing recently where if someone was to recasting Home Alone, just recasting the 2 main dudes, it would be Marv would be Charlie Day, and I've never agreed with something more in my life.
Yeah,
Marv would be Charlie Day. Charlie Day is Marv.
Who would you get to play the other guy?
I think it would be funny if it was Danny DeVito, but I think he's just way too old, of course.
Yeah.
Because I always mix up Joe Pesci and Danny DeVito anyways.
But like realistically, how much like screen time do those 2 guys actually get? They spend like half the movie falling.
Yeah, that's fair. But no. But like you'd also feel bad for watching, like, because you think of Danny DeVito. If you watch Danny DeVito slip on the stairs and fall all the way down, you're like, hey, he died. That killed him.
Yeah.
But for Charlie Day, he does that. And he's like, oh, he's okay. Oh, just Rob McElhenney and Charlie Day. But one of them needs to be the smart one, and they'd both be the dumb one. Glenn Howerton. Glenn Howerton just seems like an actual psychopath, so I feel like that'd be that you'd have to like make it R-rated if it was Glenn Howerton. What's the thing? Bringing back fucking. I'm just bringing back up Mr. Sunday Movies topics.
Oh, okay.
The kid from Home Alone versus the Predator. Who wins?
Probably the Predator.
No, it's not.
But he's got like.
Okay, here's the rules of the Predator.
Right.
The Predator only engages with his guns. Predators are all about honor.
Right.
So a Predator never draws his gun unless the other dude has a gun.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be the Predator like just trying to like cut him.
And
and let's say the kid has 24 hours prep time of that house, and he knows that Predator's trying to kill him, so he makes everything lethal. So instead of it being iron dropped from the sky, it's just a bunch of fucking knives.
Okay, so I was going to say, can he just shoot the objects out of his hand and they appear on the ground type thing? Or he has time to build in advance. He doesn't have a magical power to make things appear.
He has to set up all the traps 24 hours in advance.
Okay. Actually, in the film, he does it like 4 hours in advance, so he probably only needs like 4 hours.
No, but imagine giving him 24 hours and making it lethal.
Yeah.
Like
He already is lethal.
The first trap, instead of it being a flamethrower to the head, he would just have a shotgun rigged up to that wall and it would blast the Predator's head off.
Yeah, or I was going to say machete. Just
yeah, easy work. But the second, I remember in Mr. Sunday's one, they said the second that kid draws the BB gun, he's dead.
Yeah.
I just smashed the microphone off my tooth there. Anyways,
not that
the second he draws the BB gun, boom, blasted, the house is gone. But yeah, that kid's going to fuck up the Predator, I reckon. Anyway, that's a weird tangent again. Home Alone 2, better than Home Alone 1 in my opinion.
Yes.
Will we transition to, will we talk about a song before we go on to another one?
Before we go to another movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to get kind of cute about my movie, or my song even, if you will. If you will let me get cute about my song.
I'll let you can do what you like.
So I'm going to go with Driving Home for Christmas by someone.
What does that song go? How does that song sound?
Driving Home for Christmas.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that one because we always play it on the car ride up to my granny's house in Northern Ireland.
That sounds nice. That's cute.
And it's like, oh, we're going home for Christmas.
Very cute.
And that's the reason why.
Nice. It's a nice reason. That's cute. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. I'm not a guy who loves Christmas songs.
Yes.
Well, I like some Christmas movies. I'm not a fan of very many Christmas songs. I just find a lot of them cringy most of the time. I just don't like them that much.
Well, new ones are cringy. You can't.
Lean Payne, Dixie D'Amelio, Naughty List, the worst song I've heard in my entire life.
Never heard of it.
Bad.
Shawn Mendes put one out with Camila Cabello called like the Christmas song or something.
Never listened to it. Ariana Grande's one is good. Next year. I like that song. It's a good song. But I'd have to go with the classic Fairytale of New York. Besides that verse, everyone knows that verse I'm talking about.
Right, I'm going to get into an unpopular opinion about this, and this might have to be cut out in post.
Yeah.
If everyone knows the line, I'm not going to say it. If they're going to cut it out when playing it on the radio, don't play it on the radio at all. Because it's such a big part of the song. It's the part that everyone remembers, and it's part of what makes the song what it is. So if you're going to cut that out, don't play it.
Yeah, but is that not like a terrible thing that people know that song for them saying that word in it? Like, well, that's not a good thing. Well, then, I would agree. Don't play the song at all because everyone knows that song for having a very homophobic word in the song. So let's just get rid of it. But I don't like that because I like the rest of the song. So I feel like just cutting that verse.
No, but I mean, play it at home, like just.
No, I feel like cutting that verse is completely fine because you need to. It's a good song. And then that part there, while like the vocals and all are still grand, just that word is just obviously a word that is very widely not liked and not accepted.
No, and this isn't me coming out and saying that you should use this word.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Definitely specify that.
I'm just saying that it's such a big part of what makes the song what it is that.
Yeah. I don't feel like I feel like that's not a good thing.
It's I'm going to pop into my English degree for a second, right? I had to study a book called King Solomon's Mine.
Yeah.
And they use a lot of racial slurs, and they use a lot of sexualization towards women.
You can use the example of Mice and Men as well, where they don't
Of Mice and Men, they
don't give Curly's wife a name; they just use her as an object.
As well as Crooks,
as Crooks always being called the N-word throughout the whole book.
So I think books like that and of Mice and Men. Do you think they should be censored?
No, Because
that's historical kind of.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a historical thing of, in that book, they're portraying characters who are racists.
Yes.
But this song is just, it's not that. Say, that book wasn't written to be, those things weren't written in that book to be racist remarks. Like, they didn't write that in that book to be racist.
They did in my one. Like, that was written in the 1800s. That's.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's a bad thing. But that's the 1800s, and that was accepted back then. But it's not accepted now. Hence, why a song like that, why that book wouldn't be like read aloud now.
But what I'm saying is, that shouldn't be cut out, because that's, if you're looking at it for a historical point of view, then you're learning about the history of those times.
That's an entire book based around that. Okay. If there was an entire song that was based around using homophobic slurs the whole time, that song wouldn't be played. Not at all.
No, but what I'm saying about the song Fairytale of New York is that's the times they lived in where.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is for this, it's not as close as a time as that what you're talking about. First of all, and
I know that,
that whole book you're talking about is them. Like, say, I'm going to use the example of Mice and Men, for example. Okay. Of Mice and Men, they say the N-word a lot, and they do a lot of things to just objectify women a lot.
Yes.
But that's written that's written not to objectify women, and it's written not to be racist. It's written to acknowledge
the times,
and say this is what it's to acknowledge that the characters are racist.
Yes.
And it's to acknowledge that the characters are objectifying, not that the writer is doing it. But the thing is, if you as the person, I forget, the Pogues or whatever, the guy who sings that song,
Christopher
he's
Cole.
not playing a character when he sings that song. He's singing the lyrics that he wrote for himself. He's not singing lyrics that he's written for a character that he's portraying in this song. He's written those lyrics for himself.
Yes.
So showing that he's homophobic. So I feel like that song is just such a good, is a great song. So I feel like we need to just get rid of that little bit and keep the rest of the song, because it just ruins it.
But then you're also showing like the times of, this is how people portrayed gay people.
But there's better ways of doing that, rather than just having a song randomly say that word.
But it's not like the song was written last year or this year.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Like, if the song was released last year or this year, then obviously it would never be said.
But I feel like then it's also a bad thing in the sense that, how are you going to sing that song? You just include that. If you include that, that's going to have kids. And I know, obviously, like how you should, like when rapping, when it's like making you sing a rap song, you should censor. You shouldn't be saying the N word. Whenever you sing Fairytale of New York, most people probably wouldn't say it.
Wouldn't say it. Yeah.
Also, going to give people who want to say that word a full-on reason that they can say that word. If you're in a pub and that song is playing, a bunch of old men are going to shout that word louder than every other word in the song. A bunch of homophobes are going to shout that word much louder than every other word in the song, and then it ruins the fun for everyone else.
Yeah.
I feel like if you just got rid of that verse, you can still enjoy the song, and all the homophobes don't get their free pass to say that word, basically.
So do you think then, when you go onto Spotify, the original version is taken down, and that word is, and the song's put back up with that word missing?
I'm not saying they should do that, but I'm saying that if it happened, I wouldn't be upset.
Okay.
If that happened, I'd be like, okay, makes sense. But I know there's a lot of people out there who's like, they're social justice warriors. But that's one thing I also want to point out. There are so many more snowflakes on that side. Say I would consider myself having a lot of views from, like, I know, like, in Ireland it's not like this. It's like considered more left and right in America.
Yeah.
Well, I would see myself as being a bit more skewed to the left than being skewed to the right.
Yes, I would be the same.
Yeah. So I'm a bit more skewed to the left. A lot of people on skewed to the right side are always like, oh, people who are body social justice warriors are all so sensitive, and they all don't like when you say any kind of slur or anything like that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously we don't like when people say slurs, first of all, but you guys are the ones who are super sensitive, because one episode of your TV show got taken down and you guys lost the fucking plot.
Yeah.
If Fairytale of New York did get taken down and they changed the slur in it and got rid of it, people on the right side of politics will lose the motherfucking plot.
Yes.
And you're calling us the ones who are sensitive. And while we may be sensitive and being like, right, don't say offensive things, even if it's a joke, it's not nice or whatever, that's a much better reason to be sensitive than just, oh no, you got rid of my episode of TV show because it said something racist. Oh, like, who gives a shit?
Yes.
Grow up, mate. 2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I will say, okay, is back to my original point of the song being known for all these bad words, all these dodgy words. I feel like at this point the song should just be cut altogether.
No,
Because
it's a good song, man.
Because right, like I previously stated, that one of the big reasons everyone knows the song is for this part of the verse that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole song basically is. I don't want to say the whole song's built around this, but the whole song is leading up to this in a lot of people's minds.
Yeah.
So I feel like the whole song then is...
Yeah, but that's in a lot of people's minds in a certain sense, but for me it's not. Because I've never actually, I've never sang the version with that bit in it. The part I'm always leading up to is the boys in the NYPD. That's the part I'm always leading up to. I'm waiting for that bit every single time.
Yeah.
It's...
No, but I'm not saying that...
For the older generation, I feel like it definitely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, not for the likes of me, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to say this word.
Can't wait to say, the word we're talking about.
So, but for some people, then this is... But in your mind, you know that it's going to come up eventually, and you're going to, stop singing for a minute.
But I feel like if you can just, maybe after a year, if they do change it, maybe after a year's time, people just not forget. But that's not going to be with the build up to it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, whenever it's played on the radio now, that verse isn't there at all.
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying. So say whenever I'm singing a song, I can't remember what comes before that. So am I singing it? I'm like, okay, I know this is coming up. And then it happens and I go... Mm-hmm. And then the boy, or whatever comes up after that.
A lot of people just cut that verse altogether.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
the version I sang with your girlfriend at
our Christmas concert.
At our Christmas concert in school, that verse just got completely cut.
Yeah.
Is there a word you could replace that with? Is there a word that rhymes with maggot that can go in there? That will kind of obviously you don't want to have the same meaning.
Maggot.
Well, then you could just have maggot twice.
Oh yeah, sorry, they do say that. I forgot.
It's just scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy.
Yeah.
And in that word.
You could go really obscure and
you
go
just say maggot
carrot.
You could say maggot twice.
Yes, you maggot.
Yeah, you scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy maggot.
Yeah.
It's annoying rhyming doing the same.
It doesn't. Yeah. You say carrot.
No,
kind of weird.
Doesn't make any sense. This has become a really big tangent about Fairytale of New York. Right. Let's get off this very dicey topic.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to say?
About the song now?
No. I think it's a good song.
Yeah, it is a good song.
I've sang it many times.
You have?
Yep.
And you're about to sing it again?
About to sing it again. Not right now.
No, not for you, but...
Not for you guys. Right, Aaron.
My next favourite.
No, your favourite Christmas song. We haven't talked about your favourite Christmas song.
Yeah, we did
Christmas.
Christmas.
We did. Right, next favourite Christmas movie. Go.
I'm going to go with A Muppet's Christmas Carol, which is another
I've never seen this one either.
It's another iconic Christmas film.
Yeah, I like the first Muppets movie.
The one, is that the one with Ricky Gervais?
That's the second one. That's Muppets Most Wanted.
That's the one with your man in it.
Am I a man?
Yeah, that one.
Or am I a Muppet? Am I a Muppet? Go ahead, sorry.
But I don't think that film isn't very good compared to this.
I like that.
Compared to this, the classic Muppets. Yeah. So it's basically it's just a story of A Christmas Carol told by Muppets. But I love the soundtrack to this. I might actually go back and when we go to our second favorite Christmas song, this might be one or two of the songs from this might be my third and fourth favorite.
Yeah.
Because I just like the soundtrack as it is too, and that's a whole part of the Muppets. Is their song and dance. Their song and dance as Muppets. And another thing I like about the Muppets, and if I ever got the chance to be famous and meet... I was very scared of the Muppets as a kid. Right? Yeah, I think I probably liked Street. I was always scared of puppets for some reason. No, I liked Sesame Street probably. If I ever got the chance, if I ever became famous, to meet a Muppet, I'd love to see how they work. What do you mean, how they work? There's not much working to them. But it's the dude. He has his hand up, obviously their ass. He moves their mouth. But is that what happens, or are they robots? No, it's hand up the ass and up to the mouth, and then another bunch of dudes with sticks, black sticks, to move their hands. And then obviously for the movies, they're CGing out the sticks. Yeah, but I feel like there's more to that. I wish they were robots, is what I'm trying to say. You ever seen The Phantom Menace, Star Wars? Yeah. C-3PO in that movie. Right. Is your man in the suit? No, he's not, because in The Phantom Menace,
C-3PO hasn't got like his outer layer, his outer shell.
Right.
So you can see directly through his head.
Yes, sorry, yes.
And I saw the things of how they did that in the movie, and it's a dude who basically, you know, whenever you were a kid and your dad would stand you on top of his feet and walk around, that's what they were doing. They had like planks coming out underneath C-3PO's feet that another dude would stand on, and then that dude would also then have two yokes attached to his hands and his chest, and all the movements he did, C-3PO did in front of him, and then they just CG out the dude in behind.
Oh, that's cool. It's like...
That's why his movement, he looks so real in that movie.
R2-D2 is, there's a man inside.
I don't think there is though, is there?
Yeah, there is.
How can there be a man inside that tin can?
It's a small man.
Like, how do you, like, does he have a little remote control to move R2-D2 around?
Something like that. I think I've seen a behind the scenes video where there's a man inside R2-D2.
That's fucking insane.
Like, how else would they do it? Well, like you said,
it's just a remote control car.
No, I don't think so.
Just fair. Remote controls. Remote control. Like they did BB-8. BB-8 isn't a man in a ball.
Yeah, but
BB-8's real.
But that... No, BB-8 isn't real.
BB-8's real.
But that's because it was like... I don't know what year was it, 2016? Like these films came out in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and BB-8 is and R2-D2 is a much less advanced thing. We're going on a rant about Star Wars. I've gotten very into Star Wars lately for no reason.
I don't like Star Wars. I can openly say that bit is I don't like Star Wars.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, Muppets Christmas Carol, great film.
Great film.
Great film.
Nice.
These two films aren't in order, by the way. I didn't put the Lampoons one first because I thought that it was a better film. They're joint best.
Okay. What's my next Christmas movie? What did I say?
Elf.
Elf. That's what I said. Love Elf. Love the movie. Will Ferrell, hilarious. I just hit my tooth off the fucking microphone again. Will Ferrell, hilarious in that movie. I don't like some of the stuff he does, but he's great in that movie. Jon Favreau, amazing director. Directs some of the best things ever. Iron Man 2. Don't want to mention that one.
Mandalorian.
He brought The Mandalorian. It's a great show. Have you watched The Mandalorian? I know you like Star Wars, but I think you'd like The Mandalorian because it's just a good show.
He invented Baby Yoda and Iron Man. Well, he didn't invent Iron Man, but
he didn't invent Iron Man, but he the modern version of Iron Man he didn't invent.
Yeah.
Because Iron Man is nothing like that in the comics. Well, was nothing like that in the comics till Robert Downey Jr. took the role.
I think you should watch this thing that I mentioned before, and I'm going to mention it again. Is the Movies That Made Us? They do an Elf one too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That's great.
You see how they do all the perspective to make Elf look so much bigger than all the kids?
Yeah. Fuck. Actually, just in speaking of Iron Man, Iron Man 3, set at Christmas. Die Hard, set at Christmas. Not Christmas movies. I hate people who go like, "Oh, watch a Christmas movie," and they go Iron Man 3 and they go Die Hard because they just wanted to seem like film nerds. Yeah. They're not Christmas movies. They're movies set at Christmas time, but the main crux of the movie is not Christmas. The main crux of Home Alone 1 and 2, Christmas. The main crux of Muppets Christmas Carol, Christmas. The main crux of Elf is Christmas.
Yes.
Iron Man 3, it's set at Christmas. Not one point does the plot like properly mention that. It's just
there's a Christmas tree and a few other things.
Yeah, and a few other things, and he gets Pepper a present. But other than that, it's not Christmas.
And then
same with Die Hard. They're at a Christmas party, and then suddenly the building gets overrun by these terrorists, dude.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not a Christmas movie. But anyways, yeah, love the movie Elf. Nobody doesn't like Elf. Everyone likes the movie Elf. There's no one out there who doesn't like the movie Elf.
I agree.
From anyone, from adult to kid, everyone likes the movie Elf.
I agree. Mm-hmm. It is a good film.
Good film.
I'd rate it a solid thumbs up.
I'd give Elf a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, me too.
Can't think of something that's bad about that movie at all.
No.
Yeah.
You know the whole film was shot in a abandoned mental facility.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, a donkey braids facility.
And yeah, so what's your other favourite Christmas song, Aaron?
I don't know. I get sick of Christmas songs very easily. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not like you where I don't really like them. I think I just get sick of them pretty quick. Mm-hmm. But if I was to pick another one, I'd probably go with this one I've started listening to a lot this year. Is Michael Bublé's version of that song that Mariah Carey is famous for. What's that song called? All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Michael Bublé has a version of that?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it? Fuck. He obviously doesn't hit some of the notes. Probably it's a few keys down, I assume.
Yeah, it's Michael Bublé style. Because I think a lot of people will agree, and you probably agree with this too, that Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You is not a good song.
Yeah. I think it is a good song, but I hate it.
Yes.
So why overplay it?
I don't like it either. Michael Bublé does a good job though.
Yeah, but I also feel like Michael Bublé and Mariah Carey don't exist until Christmas.
He released an album this year. I think his son almost died.
Didn't know that. If he released an album this month, I would have known because it's Christmas and it's Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé and Mariah Carey make an absolute bomb at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey, 1st November, All I Want for Christmas Is You was back on the charts.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. How long ago was that song released?
Too long ago.
20 years, I'd say.
Yeah. Probably. I can't remember.
Roughly 20 years, give or take a few.
A few more, like.
Mm-hmm. That's insane. Like, come on. Back on the charts again. Michael Bublé. Get the fuck out of here, basically. I like Michael Bublé, but...
I love the booster.
The boobster.
The boobster.
The Bublé. The boobmeister. Anyways, yeah. What's a good Christmas song that I like?
You had another one you wanted to talk about, featuring Dizzy Rascal.
Yes, that's the one I was trying to think of. That song they re-record every couple of years.
Band-Aids.
What's it? All I Want for... No, what the fuck?
Feed the World.
Do They Know It's Christmas?
Do They Know It's Christmas?
Yeah, a lot of people think the name of the song is Feed the World, but it's just called Do They Know It's Christmas.
I feel like Feed the World's a better title though than Do They Know It's Christmas.
No, because then that's clearly the title for a Christmas song. Like Feed the World, you're like,
no, I know, but like at the same time, you know the way there's always that controversy, like, of course they know it's Christmas. Yeah. They're not idiots.
Yeah. Bono's line in that song, hilarious. But the main part of that song that I want to bring up is, I don't know if it was the second or third recording of the song.
I think it was 2012? 2010s.
No, much earlier than 2012.
I think it was the 2010s.
Yeah, 2010s maybe. Ellie Gold, the one with Ellie Goulding in it is later than that one. Because I just remember Ellie Goulding's bit in that song because it's very jarring because her voice is very, very different compared to everyone else in that song. And then her voice comes in that scared me once.
She hasn't done very much in a while.
Ed Sheeran's in that version.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's many times. This one?
Yes.
With Dizzy Rascals in it, basically. And towards the end of the song, it's like the here's to them, and then it's just suddenly it's like, what the absolute fuck. I might include a clip of it right here.
Here's to you, raise a glass for everyone. Spare for this Yuletide for the deprived. If the tables turn, would you survive? Here's to them underneath that burning sun. You ain't gotta feel guilt, just selfless. Give a little help to the helpless. Do they know it's Christmas time at all?
There, I'm gonna put it in there, but it's absolutely insane, and it doesn't ruin it, but it just makes it so weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and say it does ruin it, but it's great.
Yeah. And one last thing I want to ask you before we wrap up this episode. This episode's been going a while. There's been a lot of chops and changes.
I've got my other thing to ask you too.
Okay, we'll do both of them.
Okay.
If they re-recorded that song now for 2020, who's gonna be in it?
Well, the One Direction members that are famous these days.
Yeah, I think it would be. I don't think it would be Zayn or Liam or Louis. I feel like it'd just be Harry and Niall. James Corden would be in it. You see, did we talk about this episode or last episode?
I can't remember anymore.
It was this episode.
It was the Fake Off.
Yeah, James Corden will be in it, which is fucking. He would be. He would be in it.
He would be.
Fuck. Anyways, who else? It's usually all British artists mostly.
Yeah. I don't know who's big these days. I don't listen to a lot.
Do you think they'd have? Maybe they would have a few American artists. Maybe we'd see a Shawn Mendes, a Camila Cabello.
Yeah.
Maybe we'd see a Dua Lipa. She's English.
She's English. Yeah, she's good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we shouldn't have given her 10 out of 10.
We wouldn't see her The Weeknd.
No. Well, maybe. I feel like
see a Post Malone.
No, that'd be epic.
That would be epic, but it'd be very bad.
Could we get who's a big UK rapper? Stormzy? Could he do Disney's part?
Oh no, he can't. They can't do it.
Do you think Stormzy's got too much self-pride?
KSL. Oh god. H. No. You know H calls his name H, like AITCH.
Yeah.
Because his nickname is just the letter H.
Oh, that's cool.
Like his name begins with H, like in real life, and all his friends used to just call him the letter H.
But obviously in the UK they say H.
I don't think that's cool. I think that's the worst name ever.
No, I think the reason behind it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think H is the worst name ever.
I always thought it was 8-itch.
Anyways, who else do you think would be on that song of yours now?
I'd probably put 8-itch on there, and I don't know.
Would you see?
Oh, what's his name? Sam Smith.
Sam Smith, yeah. Would we see a
Bono?
Yeah, Bono obviously has to come back. Would you see an Ed Sheeran again? He was there. He was on it last time, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know how like they feel about reusing artists.
Yeah. Well, they reuse Bono every fucking time.
Yeah, that's Bono.
It's his song, to be fair. The Band-Aid thing was his idea.
It's not him and like Bob Geldof or something?
I'm pretty sure it was him. It was just you two.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe. But
Well,
yeah.
some of
Bono's
those-
back. I don't know. Maybe I reckon they would bring back Ed Sheeran because he's just such a big name.
Or they could replace Ed Sheeran with his Irish counterpart, Gavin James.
Gavin James would very much be there. That is true. I wouldn't think he would replace Ed Sheeran. I feel like if anyone would be to replace Ed Sheeran as the big name draw for that song, it'd be Harry Styles.
Yeah. Did
Even though
Coldplay
One
do
Direction's already been on it, but
Yeah. But I feel like since they're solo artists, it's okay
Yeah.
for them to go back. Has Coldplay done it? Just Chris Martin, like.
I'm pretty sure Chris Martin has been on it yet.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he has.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to ask your last question?
Yeah. So I was actually meant to ask this earlier because before we started, you said you were going to bring up the Christmas films that aren't Christmas films.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Harry Potter films are Christmas films? As a fan of Harry Potter myself,
Are any of them set at Christmas?
yeah, the fourth one is like primarily Christmas. They do the Yule Ball, which is a big Christmas thing.
Okay. They just have a Christmas vibe about them.
But they always go to Ron's house for Christmas, and they do show them celebrating Christmas in at least 3 of the films.
Yeah. I do feel like I do remember now when one of them, like, Harry gets like fudge from Ron's mom for Christmas or something. I remember that from the book as well. But they do have a Christmas vibe about them, and I do understand why people would watch them at Christmas time. But I don't think they're Christmas movies.
Yeah, okay.
But I do very much. I would say there would be a very good movie to watch at Christmas time, but I don't think
They're always on
Christmas
TV
movies.
at Christmas.
Yeah. They're like, they have Christmas vibes, and they are a movie you would watch at Christmas, and I understand why people do.
Yeah.
But I just don't think as a whole they are Christmas movies.
Okay.
Because as I said, the main crux of the plot around them isn't that
Yeah.
it's Christmas time. If the plot of one of the movies is Harry needs to kill a dragon because Christmas, then yes. But the plot of the movie isn't that. The plot of the movie is Harry needs to kill a dragon because Dumbledore didn't take his name out of the goddamn goblet for no reason at all.
Yeah. Oh, you got the film right that I was talking about. I said the fourth one, and then you.
Yeah, I know the movies, like.
Okay.
The best one is number 2. Well, the best book is number 2.
I hate. Right, I'm gonna go on one last tangent. I hate Baby Potter. Right, one thing that I would say, I hate Baby Potter.
Okay.
So in our house, we consider the first 2 Baby Potter. He's an idiot. Baby Potter is an idiot.
Yeah, he is dumb. He's very dumb.
And they get better from the 4th. That's
Yeah.
all I'll say.
I just think the best book was Chamber of Secrets. I think that's also because it was the smallest one, and I was a kid who didn't like reading that much, but I liked those books.
Yeah.
But Goblet of Fire, while I do agree I like Robert Pattinson, amazing.
Yeah.
But
Batman.
Chamber of Secrets, for some reason, I just really enjoy it. I find it really interesting. I found it a really interesting book. I like the movie. I especially liked all the Tom Riddle stuff in it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just found that book really interesting. And just a note to end on: fuck J.K. Rowling. There's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
Well.
We're going to call it a day, are we?
Yeah. End on that note. End on a high note.
End on a high note. Fuck J.K. Rowling.
And we will see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Follow me on Instagram at cock_milishx. No follow. Follow me on YouTube at cock_milish. Aaron.
Follow me on Instagram at diary.png.
Yes. Follow the podcast on Instagram, TikTok. As ComhraCast. Follow us on Spotify.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Like the YouTube, share, subscribe to the YouTube, all the things. Just any button you can find to do with any of the podcast whatsoever, just hit it.
Apart from a dislike and a don't show me this again. Don't click those ones.
Yeah, don't click those ones. Yeah, or dislike it if you want to. As we said, do what you like.
Do what you want.
We're not the boss of you, but we would like it if you want to be a good friend. Good friend of the podcast. So yeah, any suggestions for any other topics we should pick up in the next few weeks? Let us know. We'll get back to you and do them. Let us know in the comment section. You can text me or Aaron, because most likely the only people listening to these will know me or Aaron.
Hashtag ComhraCast. Let us know your opinions. Again, don't. I said it last week.
And we also don't have. I don't think I'm going to set up a Twitter account.
Me neither.
Okay. Peace.